One of the easiest ways to improve your handpan playing significantly is by getting really familiar with playing basic loop patterns. And that's exactly what we're going to do again in this video. I'm going to show you a loop that is going to sound way more advanced than it actually is. And the good thing is, by the end of the video, you're going to be playing it, but also I'm hoping that you're going to start to add some of your own creative spin to create your own beautiful melodies on top of it as well. How's it going, everybody? Dan Handpan Man here. Welcome back to the channel, and if you are new, welcome along to the channel and to your handpan journey. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, give the video a like, write a comment, give the video a hype as well. It just pushes the videos to more and more people. It's super important to make sure that more people, especially beginners who are brand new to music, who may have never even touched an instrument in their life, have the ability to get the benefits from playing the handpan, because it is accessible for everybody. Let's get into the video. Cool. What do you reckon? That's quite a nice tune. And again, it's actually basic. So don't be thinking, oh, it sounds too complicated. What's going on with all those little bits? Like, we'll break it down essentially. I'm going to do this in three components. We're going to play the beat, which if you've been watching some of the previous videos, you should be getting a bit more familiar with some of the basic beats on the handpan. And if you're not, then that's fine. That's not a problem at all. I've got loads of videos that will help you with that anyway. We'll break it down into the beat. Don't know why I'm going like that. 3. Yeah, 3, because it's 3. That helps. It helps me remember. Okay, 3. Not 2, 3. Okay, so the beat, the melody, which some people, when I put a video out the other day, they're like, actually, I do need to just specify that's the chord progression. It's like, okay. Melody / chord progression. Okay, we can get really technical, but just to make it simple for you, there's a beat and then there's like a tune on top of it. Okay, some people are calling it a melody, some people call it a chord progression. I know some people are like absolute music theory geeks, so call it whatever you will. I'm going to keep it simple. There's a little tune on top and there's the beat underneath, and then what we'll do to expand upon that is, on top of the chord progression / melody, got my fairy wings, we're going to add some additional notes that I would like to call twiddly bits. All right, that's absolute music technology there. Music terminology, music theory. All right, twiddly bits. Okay, so basically the bits that are on top that are creating some fill. As always, we keep it slow. And this is again in a timing of 4/4, meaning it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. So keep counting that in your head, or have like a metronome. You can have a click. Do whatever makes it easy for you to just keep the consistent timing. The beat itself, ding with our right, ding with our left, knuckle with our right, slap with our left, ding with our right. All right, right, left, right. I'll speed it up again so you can hear what it sounds like in real time. And I want you to just practice this on its own. Because the thing with this bit is just doing it repetitively. I say the same thing. And they're like, Dan, you keep repeating yourself, because it's true. You have to just repeat things over and over again so that you don't have to think about it. And it's just an automatic thing that your body does, reflective. Like, you know how when you do a martial art and you naturally just move in that way, if someone comes to punch you in the face, you don't just think, right, so I'm going to step back here. You just automatically do it. It's the same. Pick up a handpan, automatically play the beats without thinking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 little movements there. Just play that on its own. And you can just do that as its own little spiritual ritual if you want to. You can do start incite the wrath of the gods through the power of the music. Bring me wisdom, bring me light, bring me strength. Anyway, you don't need to go that overboard, but just play that and enjoy it as well. Like, have a laugh with it and just play around with that little beat, because once you've sussed that, you basically just go to the next step, adding the notes on top. By the way, if you're still watching this and you're wondering about how to dive a little bit deeper and whether there's any further training available, there is. I've got a beginner course on my website, onehumanrhythm.com. I have a beginner course. I break things down into bite-sized modules and you follow it at your own pace. So it's very straightforward. It's designed to be easy. There's no music theory. And my goal with it is to actually help you make your own music and just get way more familiar rather than being a pattern recognition player. Okay? So check that out, onehumanrhythm.com. That's also where I sell our premium made handpans. So if you want to buy one of those, if you want to upgrade, if you've got an old handpan or you want to get something a bit better, then check that out as well, onehumanrhythm.com. I will happily have a chat with you if you need any help. In fact, I like doing that because I like speaking to you and I like meeting you. I like meeting the people that are watching the videos, because I'm sitting in a room in the Gold Coast in Queensland talking to a phone. So it's quite nice when I actually speak to someone. They say, hey, I've watched your video. It's like, cool, let's have a chat. So make sure you check that out. Okay, next bit. We'll break the chord pattern down on its own. So we're going to play these 3 chords. And again, if you've watched these videos before, if you've been playing handpan, or if you're brand new to this, that's fine. You can just jump straight in here. 2 fingers, your finger and your thumb, your finger and your thumb across these 2 notes, and then your other finger on this note. So we're going to create 3 chords, which is get it right, mate. It's a chord or a note. You're going to put your finger on this note here and those 2 notes, and you're going to create a chord, okay? 3 notes together is creating a chord, like that. Calm down, mate, different song. All right, just hit it like that once. We're going to move over, mirror. This finger goes here, and this finger and this thumb go on these ones. Then we're going to do this chord here, which is this note, and this note. Takes a little bit of moving around. If you need to, like, you know, get close and personal with the handpan. Look, I know we've only just met each other, but I really like you, and I just want to touch you down there if you don't mind. Just move your body. It might feel a bit weird or uncomfortable. Like, everyone's got a bit different body shape as well. You might have to go like this, like a little gremlin. Or you can, you know, might be really big and just sort of like have real long hands. I don't know. Johnny Long Hands. So just do whatever feels good for you. And then, that's the 3rd chord. And then the last chord is this one. But I'm not hitting that one. It's nothing personal, mate. I just don't need you in this particular pattern. So we're just going to hit that one and that one. So there's 4 chords, okay? Number 1 again. Number 2. Number 3. And number 4. Easy. Dun, 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 dun. So again, practice those chords on their own in that timing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, practice it slower, practice it fast. This is actually one of the things that I say a lot about practicing at different speeds. Practice slow, practice fast, practice with like softness and then aggression. Not too aggressive, like you may not have any aggression. You might be as light as a feather. You might be such a beautiful soul that you don't have any ounce of aggression in you. But what I'm saying is put a little bit of oomph into it. The reason I'm saying that is because this is just another handpan side note, Tippo, is because the beauty with the handpan, as you can see here, this has only got 10 notes. It's not like a piano where I've got like a million notes and I can just do so many different things. Obviously that leaves a lot more room for error as well. But the handpan, the way to make it sound better is by doing different things with the note. Instead of just playing it at the same pitch every time, I can play it soft, I can play it hard, I can play it fast. You know what I'm saying? We can be very versatile with it, adding it together. So again, let's slow it down. We'll start with the chord. You let the chord ring and then you do the beat. So at this point, when you're learning this, you may or may not, I'm not going to limit you. If you're smashing it already and you fast forward to the end, then that's fine. But you may just be learning, oh, I need to play that and then I need to do the beat. And it might just all be a bit confusing and overwhelming. You're trying to figure out, which is fine. So it doesn't matter. I'm going to say it doesn't matter too much if the timing is a bit wobbly, like suddenly it's fast, suddenly it's slow. And you can say, actually, it's intentional. It's a remixed version. It's intentional. Trust me. But it doesn't matter because the main thing is you'll learn the pattern. Pattern recognition, recognizing. Learn the patterns. You'd be doing it with your eyes closed in the end. So let's slow it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. That's it. Right, the last part, okay? This is the bit that is going to make it sound more impressive, basically, because you're adding those extra notes. So how we're going to start this song, I think is pretty cool. It's like, do, 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 do. We're going to start on note number 1, note number 3, 4, 5. So you kind of got to do it quite quick to create that impact. And this is where it's useful having your finger and your thumb, because this is where you're going to go, instead of going, which you can do, but I'm just saying it's easier when you just get your thumb to hit note 1, your finger to hit note 3. That was a bad hit, but we'll leave it in anyway, whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Practice that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who's knocking at the door? La 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 la. Just practice that. Because that's where you need to then do, 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 do. So that's what I'm going to get you to practice at first, okay? Slow it down. That bit there. That's all I'm doing in that little bit, but it really adds a lot more. I don't even know what the word is. It just makes it sound better, basically. I'm not going to try and it actually adds some attenuation and appropriation. It just makes it sound better, doesn't it? Do you agree? So all I'm doing there, so hopefully you've sussed that first bit out. We're going to break this down. How many bloody sections? I said there was 3 parts, but now there's ended up being, okay, this is part 3. That was part A. This is part 3, part B. Can I break it down? How many breakdowns can I do? Shall I move this? I'll do like a break dancing. Wrong video. Again, this is not a breakdown, so this is a handpan video. Okay. Do, 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 do. That's what I'm doing on that bit. Hit this note and that note. instead of going like this, I go. So just bounce between two different notes. I can go like this instead if I want to, or this one. That sounds nicer. That sounded like all right, but that sounds better. That sounds good. That sounds good. You, mate, I'll consider you, but you're last. And you can add that in as you start to experiment. What I really want to encourage you when you're playing these songs or any of the songs that I'm teaching you, right, don't ever think they need to be fixed. Dan, can you get the full numbers? I need to learn it exactly as you've played it. That's fine, but I want you to mess about and just add your own notes in as well. Because this is the beauty of the handpan. It's a creative tool. So don't think you have to just because I've hit that one, you don't have to hit that one. Hit that one if you want. If you like the sound of that one, I know I said I didn't love it, but if you think, actually, I did like it, hit that one instead. It's fine. See what I'm doing there? I keep coming back to that note, but you can do that one as well. Hopefully you're understanding what I'm trying to explain here, that I'm bouncing from one note here, or one note here, and one note here, one note here, one note here, one note here. It's not overcomplicated. This is just stage 3, step B, point 3. Okay, the more you do this, by the way, the easier it's going to be. I'm telling you that, and I know I say it all the time, but the more you do it, the easier it's going to be, so that you'll have that freedom to experiment, and there's less room for error. Because if you mess up, it doesn't matter. If you make a mistake, it doesn't matter. You know, you're not performing on stage with Malty Martin and everyone's watching and judging you for it. It's not like a bloody handpan talent competition. You're just on your own in a room with no one else about, probably. That's it. Right. Now I'll slow that down so that if you want to, you can copy it exactly, okay? So thanks for watching. That's it. I'm not going to go any further in this video because there's so many different elements that I could just keep going on and on that I really want you to then explore it yourself. So hope you enjoyed that. Hope you found it useful. Make sure that you subscribe. Make sure you like the video. Make sure that you've hyped it, doing all that kind of stuff. And I want to hear your feedback in the comments as well. If there's anything that you want to learn, any comments you've got for me, let me know. I'm always happy to chat in here. Otherwise, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.